Hi everybody, I'm Gigi, your fashion host for BIM Rocks Fashion Rocks edition. And I'm here today with Zoe Trotman, the current Miss Barbados World.
Hi.
What's up, Zoe? How are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Cool. So tell our readers and our listeners and viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you know, I'm Miss Barbados World. I'm basically a fashionista at heart. I love makeup, absolutely love makeup. And I just like to travel. I love food. I really love food, fine cuisine.
Skinny girls like food. Just so you know.
Yeah, and I'm just really grateful of where I've come from and how pageantry has really transformed my life and helped me to grow as a person as well.
So how has it transformed your life? Tell us a bit about what pageantry has done for you.
Well, my very first pageant, I actually went in on a dare. And then subsequently I won. And I was kind of timid and unsure of myself. But what I really liked about pageantry is that you become someone else, whether it's on stage, but in the long run, you actually become a different person. You grow up, basically, and every pageant is different. I like to tell people that some don't always are concerned with beauty. Others are about fashion, and others are like Miss World, about being charitable and, you know, helping the world. But each one you learn to adapt and you learn to change, and it stretches you beyond what you would usually be used to, you know. And I've adapted to a lot of different things and I just like how every time I come back from a different pageant or a different experience, I never go back to the same, you know.
An evolved version of Zoe. So I know that you started a charity. I guess the reason why you would have started that charity was because of Miss Barbados World. I remember when you were doing that. And what stood out for me was how in tune you were with the cause and understanding the authenticity of being in tune with that cause. So tell us a bit about that.
Well, I definitely wanted to do something that meant something to me. I didn't just want to jump and do a charity, because it needs to have meaning. And if it has meaning to you, you will work harder, you will do your best for it. And education was definitely a platform that I wanted to choose. And then I thought to myself, there are some children who are not blessed to come up in a stable environment, who probably don't have a dad and a mother, you know. So I just wanted to give back to them. I wanted to give them the opportunity to have a great education as well. And children are not all wired to learn academically. So I wanted to create different programs for children to fall under. There was the Dream Chasers, which is more like we actually take them out on tours and we do different things for them, because some children are visually stimulated and actually learn from experiences. How
would you define a beautiful human?
I just think beauty comes from within, especially going to Miss World. I have learned that it's not all about what's on the outside. And Miss World as a pageant is basically about who you are as a person. And I feel like I was able to connect with the girls who had so much on the inside. I mean, there are some girls who I met who were not just beautiful on the outside, or who may not have been that beautiful on the outside, but there was something about their heart that spoke volumes to you. And I think a beautiful person is someone who doesn't just want to do well for themselves, but wants to help others and, you know, pull up others onto their level and to, you know, try to empower people.
How have those things helped you to embrace your body and the uniqueness of your body?
Sometimes it's like being on the fence. Sometimes I absolutely love my body, and it's like different arenas kind of define how you feel about yourself. Because, okay, when I did Caribbean pageantry, you would find that the bigger girls were like, people love the meaty girls in a sense. But when I did, especially international ones and Miss World, everybody kind of accepted my size and was open to it. So then obviously you feel better about yourself, because okay, this is who I am. I have been on this long journey of trying to put on size for years and it has not worked. But I think what makes me so comfortable in my skin now is the fact that, you know, you accept after a while, this is who I am, and regardless of pageantry or people's opinion of what beauty is, you just have to accept yourself. But I mean, I can eat probably 10 meals a day and I'm not going to get any bigger, but I'm healthy and that's to me what matters the most. So after a while, I just put that out of my head, trying to fit into a peg hole of what people think beauty is. And I just accepted myself for who I was.
Well, I think that that is beauty, being able to accept and appreciate who you naturally are.
Yeah.
Cool, so let's get into some interesting things. Tell us a bit about your style and what style really is for you.
For me, it's ever-changing, obviously. Like, it's not rigid at all. But I think what inspires me, I'm so inspired by things that especially music, things that I feel. And even when I went to Miss World, there were so many. It's so amazing how women from different areas of the world have different ideals of beauty and fashion. And I was constantly inspired by the Africans. Oh geez, the Africans were amazing. I loved how they stuck to their aesthetic. The African garb was shown in everything that they wore, from gowns to cocktail dresses to costumes. It was very, very enlightening, and I really loved it.
Cool. So obviously you've become quite a role model. I think that you've probably inspired a lot of people without you even knowing that you've inspired people. But what advice would you give to women, not just young women, but women, whether they are full-figured, slim, slight, like whatever, doesn't matter where they come from? What would be your best advice that
I
you
get
give
this
to
question
women?
a lot, and I always say the same thing. Be true to yourself. So many girls, and not just in Miss World, but in the world especially, not just pageantry, but modeling, they try to pretend. You know, they try to emulate people that they see, try to be someone that they think the world wants to see. But at the end of the day, it's who you are as a person and how you feel about yourself. And that was the one thing that kept me going, because I was true to myself. I was doing what I wanted for Zoe, and in so doing, I was representing Barbados to the best that I possibly could. You know, I was not pretending to be what I think a Barbadian should be. Being Zoe is Barbadian enough. You know,
Lovely. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed our segment with Zoe Trotman. I think what we've learned today is that the true definition of beauty is so much more than just style and fashion. And thank you for sharing that with me, because it's something I try to push in my segment a lot. And we are gonna see you the next time around. Hugs and love. It's your girl Gigi from Bimrock.